Comedian, actor, musician, and dad, Adam Sandler is one of a kind. But what's it like being the Sandman's kid? You've got to get past all of the massive parties and celebrity connections. Adam and Jackie Sandler welcomed their first child on May 6, 2006. Despite the joyous occasion, Adam confessed to Access that he didn't immediately feel like a big daddy upon Sadie Sandler's arrival, but that changed pretty quickly. He admitted, "When my kid was born, I was so nervous, I didn't know what I felt. 5 minutes later, maybe 10 minutes later, it was me and the kid and a nurse. We walked down alone to just check the vital signs and all that stuff, and I had a chemical reaction in my body where I loved the kid so much, and I was so nervous for her, and that's when I lost my mind for the kid."
Don't be scared about me being a dad because I will not fail at that. I can't. I love this kid too much.
Adam confessed that he wasn't big on helping Jackie change nappies, but the Sandman became the rash man whenever diapers started causing discomfort. He joked, "If she asks me to go get that ointment, I run out and get it, but that's about it." Naturally, Sandler couldn't talk about becoming a first-time parent without making a few boob jokes. When asked about his newborn's eating habits, he quipped, "Oh my god, the kid doesn't stop eating and sucking away, and those used to be pops? Not anymore."
How about you, Sideburns? You want some of this milk?
During a 2007 appearance on The Tonight Show, Adam Sandler revealed that Sadie Sandler, who was a year old at the time, had recently become a big daddy's girl, saying, "The kid now all of the sudden worships me. It was my wife the whole time, and then the last month or two it's all Sandler. It's like anything I do, the kid wants to do." This included eating broccoli and wearing a helmet during a bike ride. While Sadie made it remarkably easy for her father to lead by example and develop healthy habits, Adam didn't want her reliance on mimicry to last forever. He joked, "I'm just hoping when she's 13 she's okay with using a tampon." At age 2, Sadie was still trying to be just like her dad, and she got a taste of his work life when she made her movie debut in Adam's 2008 comedy You Don't Mess with the Zohan. Over the course of the decade, she and Sonny appeared in a number of her father's films, but it took Sadie a while to understand the concept of a movie star. In a 2014 interview with Wonderwall, Adam recounted a conversation he had with Sadie about why strangers were always approaching him, saying, "I said, 'Oh, they know Daddy from movies.' She says, 'I'm in your movies. Why'd they not talk to me?' I said, 'They'll get to you.'" Adam Sandler learned that he was about to become a father of 2 from his oldest. During a 2008 appearance on Live with Regis and Kelly, Adam recalled that Sadie greeted him with a gift-wrapped pregnancy test when he returned home one evening. All he could manage to respond with was, "Wow." As Jackie Sandler's pregnancy progressed, Adam had to explain to Sadie what being a big sister would entail. On The Tonight Show, he revealed that she had grown concerned about her mom's morning sickness. Adam informed Sadie that her sister was to blame, then said something that made Sadie less excited about gaining a new family member. As he recalled, "I say, Mommy's not bad sick, she just has something growing in her that's eventually gonna shoot out her vagina and take half your toys." Sonny Sandler was born on November 2nd, 2008, cementing Adam's girl dad status. He credits his kids for inspiring him to tone down the raunch level in some of his projects, including the 2009 Judd Apatow-helmed dramedy Funny People. He told Parade, "Having 2 daughters eliminated any vagina jokes we thought about doing. I just felt like the biggest, dirtiest human being." While promoting his family-friendly 2008 movie Bedtime Stories, Adam Sandler revealed that one of Sadie Sandler's favorite books for him to read to her at bedtime was The Little Engine That Could. However, Adam preferred to make up his own stories about topics of her choosing.
"I'm not reading these communist books to you guys. Don't you get any real stories?"
The actor told MovieWeb, "She right now is obsessed with food, so she will say, 'waffles,' so I say there was a giant waffle, and then she says pancakes, and I say, and the waffle got into a fight with a big pancake." Naturally, this would make Sandler pretty hungry, and he admitted to cutting his fatty fables short if Sadie mentioned a sweet he suddenly wanted to eat. Getting hungry before bedtime wasn't Adam's only issue when trying to get his daughters to drift off to dreamland. As he said to the Boston Herald, "The bedtime stories are supposed to put the kid to sleep. My kid gets riled up. My wife has to come in and go, 'All right, get out of the room.'" Of course, it was likely difficult for the girls to calm down when their dad turned his stories into big bedtime productions by dressing up like the characters in their books. He joked, "This is a little weird because my daughters love Disney princesses, but you would be surprised at how good I look in a ball gown." As a comedian, Adam Sandler comes off as a guy with a bit of a Peter Pan complex. He seems laid back and unconcerned about the problems of the adult world, with his main focus being pure entertainment and laughs. But as a parent, Sandler isn't so at ease. He told HuffPost in 2014, "I'm a worrier. I've learned in life now that when your kid is upset, you're rocked until they're not upset anymore. Even when they're not upset, you're rocked. You're always nervous because you want your kid to be happy." On the other hand, Sandler also found himself hoping that his kids wouldn't grow up to be entitled nepo babies who don't appreciate their privileged upbringing. He told Collider, "The idea of my kids being spoiled, I go to sleep thinking about it and I wake up thinking about it. I'm trying to do the right thing." However, he was almost certainly joking when he said that he tried to keep the girls humble by forbidding them from entering entire wings of the Sandler estate. Something else that began weighing heavily on his mind was the idea of his girls pulling away from him as they got older. As he said to the Mercury, "My kids are very young, but I feel it coming. I feel it coming." If Adam Sandler doesn't want to have his kids become spoiled nepo babies, then why does he keep giving them roles in his movies? It seems that he casts his daughters so often simply because he enjoys spending time with them. According to the New York Times, Adam tries to make sure that he films his projects in the summertime so Sadie and Sonny can join him wherever he's shooting. The Sandler family headed to South Africa for the 2014 movie Blended and got the opportunity to go on a safari.
My kids said the giraffes in Africa were more fun than the ones I bought them for the backyard.
When Adam filmed Jack and Jill, Sadie got to befriend one of the most famous celebrity kids out there, Suri Cruise. Cruise's mother, Katie Holmes, played the wife of Adam's character, and she told Wonderwall of her experience by saying, "It was so great because it was such a family atmosphere." Adam's 2011 comedy, Just Go With It, was shot in Hawaii, and he was photographed playing with his daughters on the beach during his downtime. That wasn't all, though. Sadie also got to hang out with Jennifer Aniston, but her father had to play peacekeeper when she wasn't so friendly to the Friends star. Adam told ET, "When she's nice to Aniston, I'm in a good mood. When she's nuts, I'm like, Sadie, come here for a minute. That's Aniston. It's fine." Adam Sandler's longtime love affair with athleisure has earned his style of dress its own name, Sandlercore. Adam's outfits often consist of oversized basketball shorts paired with tube socks and t-shirts or hoodies. He clearly values comfort over style, but his aesthetic actually became trendy in 2021, when the TikTok crowd decided it was worthy of emulation. If only his daughters could have known that their dad would become a fashion icon back when their ages were still in the single digits. In 2012, Adam told People magazine that Sadie and Sonny Sandler weren't big fans of his long, athletic shorts. They especially didn't want him to rock the look when he picked them up at school. He recalled, "They ask, 'Could you just one time wear pants?' And every time I get out of the car, I look down and I go, 'I got those shorts on. Who's gonna yell at me?'"
Oh my God, you're humiliating me!
All right.
When Adam had enough, he started letting them pick his outfits. Adam told Dave Letterman that the girls would take turns picking out clothes until he was fully dressed. He said, "I let them have fun. I don't care how good I look or how bad I look." Adam Sandler is so beloved that his movies have grossed a grand total of over $3 billion at the box office worldwide, but to Sadie and Sonny, he's just dad. As far as his movies are concerned, they're only ever impressed by the caliber of his co-stars. In one instance, the Sandler girls were delighted when their dad told them that the Wizards of Waverly Place star Selena Gomez would be voicing one of the characters in his 2012 animated movie Hotel Transylvania. Adam told the Mercury that the casting brought his family closer together, saying, "You say Selena's name to my kids and my kids' friends, and they just stop in their tracks and listen to everything you have to say. They're like, what was she wearing? What's she like?" Adam scored some more dad points when he filmed Blended alongside another Disney Channel icon, Shake It Up actor Bella Thorne. He admitted, "I used Bella to get closer with my kids. It felt right. My kids love Bella." That's not all. Sandler actually appeared on Disney Channel itself when he made a cameo in an episode of Jessie.
Adam Sandler? What are you doing here?
Waiting for them to play Gangnam Style. I've been practicing all week.
When Adam Sandler's daughters became old enough to watch some of his less family-friendly films, he learned a hard truth. On the Ellen DeGeneres show, Adam explained that his daughters didn't just want to watch his movies because they were interested in his work. They wanted to know the stories behind the famous lines that they were always hearing his fans repeat back to him. Despite having the best possible teacher, making it through their Sandman history lessons was a struggle for the girls. He joked, "Every time I'd say about 20 minutes in, and then I see them tuning out. They're nervous to say it, but they're like, can we watch something else?" Adam also discovered that his daughters found Jim Carrey's work funnier than his. However, they did try to spare their dad's feelings while watching the other comedians' movies.
And I step in the room and they see the pain I'm feeling. And they're like, you know, it's good, but it's derivative of Buster Keaton, I think.
Adam also told Ellen DeGeneres that his daughters also became massive fans of Modern Family during quarantine, recalling, "They would scream at me, 'Why aren't you more like him? He's funny,' and tell me how great everybody on the show is." If it was any consolation, Adam enjoyed the show and watched it with his daughters. While Adam Sandler might be best known for his acting, he's also written and performed a number of songs, the most famous of which include the Hanukkah song and I Wanna Grow Old With You from The Wedding Singer. In a 2019 interview with Us Weekly, Adam revealed that his daughters had also become interested in singing after watching him perform some of his tunes live. So, in true Sandler fashion, the comedian started making his shows family affairs. When Sunny Sandler was just 10 years old, she performed the song A Million Dreams from the 2017 movie musical The Greatest Showman at one of her dad's gigs in New Jersey. In 2020, Adam told Polygon that one of his daughters was also following in his footsteps by learning to play guitar. He bragged, "My kid's getting good. My little daughter, she's been practicing and finally starting to cook a little bit." He didn't reveal which daughter had picked up the instrument, but perhaps one day she'll be skilled enough to identify herself and play during his shows. As he nicely put it, whatever they're excited about in their lives, I'll back them up. In 2020, Adam Sandler's daughters appeared alongside him in the Netflix movie Hubie Halloween. The Modern Family fans were certainly excited when they found out that Julie Bowen, who played exasperated mother Claire Dunphy on the show, would be playing the role of their mother. They also got to work with plenty of other big names, including Steve Buscemi, Maya Rudolph, Ben Stiller, and Ray Liotta, but they weren't always so thrilled to be at work. On the Drew Barrymore show, Adam said that it took less than 2 hours on set for the girls to start asking to leave.
Meanwhile, they were asking me the whole damn year, "Can I be in your next movie, Daddy?"
While Adam made it sound like his daughters slacked off on the job, director Sammy Cohen had nothing but glowing praise for the girls after they shot You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah. She told The Hollywood Reporter, "They work harder than most adults I know. They love acting and filmmaking in general. They take such an interest in how the movie is made, and they're both so talented." The filmmaker was also impressed with Adam's adeptness at switching back and forth between dad mode and work mode, considering that he was also playing their dad in the movie. As Cohen put it, "He is the kind of dad who's also your best friend." Adam Sandler had plenty of experience planning Jewish birthday bashes before he produced You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah. For Sadie Sandler's 2019 celebration, he asked Adam Levine if he would be willing to perform at the event, even though he felt nervous about asking for the favor. However, texting the rocker turned out to be worth it for all the hugs and thank yous he got. A number of Adam's famous friends and co-stars also attended the event, including Chris Rock, Conan O'Brien, Dustin Hoffman, and late Jesse star Cameron Boyce, who died 3 months later. Sandler told Y Entertainment of Boyce, "Every one of my daughter's friends was coming up to him, and he took the time and talked to everybody." Adam booked 2 big names to perform at Sunny's bat mitzvah, Halsey and Charlie Puth. Her 2022 party had a fun candy theme and also had a star-studded guest list that included Jennifer Aniston, Peyton List, and Taylor Lautner. A source told Us Weekly, "There was a photo booth, a mechanical bowl, and a really big ball pit. Lots of big candy props. There were different dessert bars, a big chocolate fountain, milkshakes, donuts." Even Halsey was impressed.
First of all, it was the craziest bat mitzvah I've ever seen in my life, as you would expect from Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's daughters got a taste of what it's like being Taylor Swift when they performed her song Lover during a 2019 fundraiser with their dad on guitar. He told the audience, "This is one of their favorite songs. We play this all the time in the car." He also revealed that he had taken the girls to see Taylor Swift perform on Saturday Night Live the prior evening. Before their show, the former SNL cast member told his kids, "Your knees are shaking, right? How do you think I feel? Every damn night I do this shit." Adam appeared to be quite the Swiftie himself when he and the rest of the Sandler family attended the Los Angeles premiere of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour concert film. Adam Sandler wants to grow old with his daughters. When Sadie Sandler was 2, he told OK, "I want to live longer now and make sure I'm around for the kid." He seems to be making the most of every moment that he has with his girls, but it hasn't been easy watching them grow up. As he said to AARP, "Teenagers are complicated. They'd rather spend time with friends than sitting at home with us all the time." One downside of Sadie and Sunny Sandler aging is that they won't always want to work with their dear old dad. In 2020, Adam told People that they've expressed an interest in acting in movies that he doesn't appear in. When Adam gave Sunny the starring role in You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah, it became one of his best-reviewed movies on Rotten Tomatoes. So he might want to see if he can bribe her to stick around with some more Taylor Swift tickets. He summed up his feelings by saying, "My wife and I go to sleep talking about the girls. They have so much ahead, and I feel nervous for them, excited for them."